Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast on a mission to inspire a world where food makes us better. Guys, today is Friday, last day of our Nutrition Essentials week, where you learned so much. Guys, you basically learned everything you need to know to build a nutritionally balanced diet that ensures your short and long-term health and well-being and preventing of as many diseases as possible. Now you just have to put it all into practice. And for that, if I can help in any way with some questions answered, with some finer details on your meal plan, maybe you can't quite figure something out, I don't know, about protein, essential fats, or fiber, please do let me know. And again, I'm going to help you as much as possible. So please do reach out because your nutrition, it's very important for everything you're going to do and you're going to accomplish in life. Guys, today is also my birthday, so 34th birthday. And, I don't know, I don't feel anything special about it, except that every birthday I try to do something new. Today I'm going to try rowing, kind of like Olympic style rowing or, competitive rowing. I'm just going to learn it for the first time and do some rowing on water. So I'm going to do it with a coach. So one of my birthday traditions is to try something new every year. And then in the evening with friends of mine here in London, we're going to go and see some comedy show and have some laughs and some good times. So I've never been out almost anywhere here in London in a place with a lot of people, due to lockdown and a lot of other things. So quite excited about that. And besides that, on my birthday, I always look back at this last year of my life and I think about what I learned, what the most important lessons are, and what I'd like to improve, what I did improve, what I worked on, my last year resolutions and goals for new year of my life. And on this day, I set new directions, goals, and intentions for this new year of my life. And that's what I did yesterday. Today, we'll probably do a little bit more writing and journaling because, guys, time passes by quickly. That every day, you get busy doing something and you don't even notice how it passes. And then months and weeks and years pass and you're like, where did it all go? And it's very important to set intentions, to live with intentions in your life. Live intentionally, and plan your days and years and months, things you want to do, you want to improve, you want to build, relationships you want to develop, how you personally want to grow. It's very important to have intentions and have a future vision of self, of your career, of relationships in your life. Otherwise, you're just going to be drifting and your life at some point will feel very, very meaningless. Because in order to have meaning in it, you actually need to work on things that are meaningful to you. It's a bit, complicated. Life is not easy, but you can do this. Just start today, Think about what you want to accomplish in the next week, months, year, and start putting some action plans in place and taking actions on that plan. Well, that's my birthday. But besides that, of course, this is the last episode of our Nutrition Essentials week. And today we are talking, guys, about foods, very, very nutritionally dense foods, or foods that are super high in a specific nutrient that is important for many functions in your body, for many organs and tissues, for your well-being and your performance, mental and physical. So these foods deliver certain nutrients in much better form and amounts than other foods. And I highly recommend you to include these foods in your meal plan on a daily basis. You're going to be getting so many vitamins and minerals and different other nutrients that are super important for your health and performance, guys. So number one, fermented dairy, things like naturally fermented without any additives or sugars, yogurts and kefirs. These foods are amazing sources of calcium, also some B vitamins, vitamin A, vitamin D. Sometimes if you eat something like organic sheep yogurt, it might be even vitamin E. But calcium, guys, calcium again, not just for your bones and teeth. It's also important for your mental and physical performance, because every time your neurons need to communicate, calcium is needed. Calcium is also an electrolyte, and dairy products are the most concentrated, dense sources of highly absorbable calcium. And what's good about fermented dairy products, especially something like kefir, they are very low in lactose, almost non-existent, because bacteria eats that lactose, that milk sugar, to convert it into different substances. But bacteria eats it to live, of course, but doing so, they pre-digest that lactose and proteins and fats in dairy products, making them much more digestible and all the nutrients much more absorbable. So unless you are really badly lactose intolerant, I highly recommend you to try good quality fermented dairy products. And more often than not, you're gonna notice that you feel really good eating them. And I highly recommend to include them in your daily diet. How much? I personally eat 450-500 milliliters of quite low on fat yogurts and kefirs, so about 3 to 5 grams of fat per 100 grams of yogurt or kefir, because then your calories are gonna be on point, not too much, not too little, and also you're gonna get again some healthy fats, some protein you're gonna get anyway, but also a lot of calcium, and you're gonna feel full and not hungry for really, really long. But yeah, 450 milliliters will deliver about 120% of your daily calcium need. That's why I eat that much, because 100 milliliters or 3 ounces isn't enough for your calcium requirements. So dairy products, highly recommend, but again, quality, fermented, no added sugars. Make sure that you remember all of this. Then beans and greens. The reason why they're together, because they kind of rhyme, beans and greens, but also they are super high in nutrients, especially vitamins and minerals. Beans are also the highest source, the best source for prebiotic fiber, that fiber that our gut bacteria absolutely love. We talked about our gut bacteria a lot when we talked about fiber previously this week. I believe it was on Wednesday. So greens and beans, different fibers, a lot of minerals like potassium, magnesium, very often calcium, iron, and zinc, and vitamin A, vitamin C, the B vitamins, and folate. There are so many nutrients, and especially greens, super low in calories. Beans a little bit higher, but there is so much fiber in it, and they're gonna keep you they're gonna keep you full for so long because of that fiber, and they help you to distribute that energy in foods for such a longer time, that you again feel full for so long. And besides, again, beans have minerals in them and many vitamins. So beans and greens, I usually eat about one. I cook a lot of my lentils and beans, also lentils in that department with beans. I cook 1/3 of dried lentils on beans, 1/3 of a cup, and it ends up being, of course, more because they absorbed a lot of water, probably twice as much, maybe 2/3 of a cup, maybe whole cup of cooked lentils and beans and chickpeas. So that's what I eat per day on average. And then greens, green vegetables, I eat about 400 grams of green vegetables a day, and that I found for minerals and vitamins and fiber content is a good amount. So greens and beans. The next one, shellfish, things like mussels, different kind of clams and oysters. Shrimp, not so much, but those, clams, everything everything that is in shell, they are very high in nutrients and especially minerals. Things like iodine, things like zinc and iron and many other minerals. And these minerals are very important for your overall well-being and your health. Zinc is very important for your muscle protein synthesis, for any protein synthesis, for your immune system, super important, for your hair, for example, super important too. For many reasons, zinc is important, and a lot of people are not getting it because zinc is either not that much absorbable from plant foods, or people do not eat animal foods in enough amounts to get all the zinc. But again, why you want to look into the zinc in general is because every time the body needs to create some protein for any purpose, and proteins are building blocks of everything in our body. So every time the body needs to synthesize protein or make it, the body needs zinc. So that's why it's also important. And then iron is needed, for example, to create red blood cells that carry oxygen all around our body. And when you don't get enough iron, your cells not going to be able to make energy, because oxygen is needed to make energy, not just for respiration. And so you're going to feel low on energy, and in general, not that, optimistic and motivated to do anything when you are low on iron. And iron is basically either in shellfish or red meat. And that's about it. Yeah, there is in spinach, but a lot of it is not that absorbable. Again, from plant sources, iron and zinc are harder to get because of fibers and a lot of anti-nutrients. So that's why, shellfish. And then eggs, guys, don't forget about eggs. They are high in many nutrients, B vitamins, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E. There's good amount of protein, a lot of things, right? So eggs, highly nutritious foods, and I highly recommend you to include them into your diet. People say, well, cholesterol, it's been proven, guys, many months, I think years ago, that cholesterol in eggs, it doesn't do anything with cholesterol in your blood unless you're like 0.1% of people that are super absorbers of cholesterol, and then it can make a difference. But for most people, it doesn't make any difference. Most cholesterol in our body is produced by liver, we don't get it most of it from our foods. So eggs. The next one, guys, organ meats. These are truly nature superfoods, and specifically chicken livers and any kinds of livers. I love chicken liver just because it's besides having all the nutrients, like a lot of nutrients, especially B vitamins, iron and folate and choline, important for your brain health. Besides having all that in, huge amounts, like a lot, 1000%, 500%, 200% for different vitamins and minerals. Besides all of that, chicken liver is better when it comes to vitamin A amount. It's not too much. Like if you know anything about liver, you know that it's super high in vitamin A. And so some nutritionists, some scientists say that it might be kind of not so good for your health to get a lot of vitamin A all the time. That's why I never recommend to eat liver every day. But also livers of bigger animals like cows, for example, they have much more vitamin A than in smaller animals like chickens. And that's why chicken liver seems to have like this best nutrition profile when it comes to vitamin A and other nutrients. But again, organ meats among all other food groups, probably the highest, have the highest nutritional value per bite of food. So chicken livers and other organs, but specifically chicken livers. And then that's it, guys. I guess the last thing that I want to touch on is supplements that I recommend. Even for me, guys, getting everything I need for optimal health and function is not always possible. or doable on any single day, right? I try to do my best, but I understand that it's not perfect for any one of us. And so I recommend certain supplements to support your function and your long-term health. And especially if you're an athlete, you need even more, or you're high achiever and you just work a lot and not necessarily, recover that much. So I recommend these supplements for these exact reasons, because it's hard to eat everything in optimal amounts. And also, if your work, if your life are quite demanding, then you certainly need more nutritional support. So nutrients I recommend, supplements I recommend, there are only 4 of them really. Omega-3 fatty acids, those EPA, DHA that come from either fish oil or algae oil, about 1-3 grams per day, and that's total amount of fish oil, and no less than 1 gram of EPA, DHA combined. And on the label, you'll see EPA, DHA amount, and I recommend no less than 1 gram or 1,000 milligrams. Unless, guys, you are like myself, the reason why I don't take fish oil is because I eat fatty fish 3-4 times per week. So if you do this, then fish oil is not that essential for you at all. For the rest of you guys, especially vegans, please do take that supplement. If it's not fish oil, then algae based supplement or what's made out of seaweed. 3 other supplements I recommend to take is good quality multivitamin. If you need advice on the brands of different multivitamins, because there is a lot of shit out there, price in that sense can make a difference, but also some pricey supplements might not be that great. So reach out if you need help and support. So multivitamin, multimineral. And guys, why I recommend multivitamin and multimineral? Because multivitamin does not have usually enough minerals, things like zinc and iron and calcium and chromium, and there are quite a few, right? So I recommend multivitamin, multimineral, and magnesium. Additionally, magnesium is involved in almost every single reaction happening in our body. Well, maybe not in every single, because there are like probably millions of them, but they say like 600 plus different reactions that we know of. It's important for energy, for mental, for physical performance, for everything, guys, for protein synthesis. So it's hard to get from food, and we don't really know how much we need. We just know that the more seems to be, the better. So I always recommend to take magnesium, at least, not at least, but twice a day is a good amount. Morning and afternoon, I myself take about 400 milligrams of magnesium in the morning and 30 minutes before bed. Again, for energy, for protein synthesis in the body, helps with migraines or headaches, with mental and physical performance, with energy creation, with a lot of things. So those 4 I recommend. And again, omega-3 fatty acids, if you eat a lot of fatty fish, not really necessary. The rest, multivitamin, multimineral, magnesium, I highly recommend you to look into them. And that's it, guys. That's it for today. Now you have it. Re-listen to the episodes of this week and put work on one episode and put everything that you learned there into practice. Take 1 week, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks to put into practice what you learned there. Like maybe, you take a day about protein, and for the next couple of weeks, you're going to work on learning how to eat optimal amount of protein. Then the next couple of weeks, you're gonna put into practice the fiber amount, then the next essential fats, the next these superfoods, and the next the main pillars of balanced diet. So because benefits and all the results come from actions, guys, not from knowing about it and doing it sometimes. No, consistent daily actions. That's what's gonna give you the best results. And speaking about protein, guys, this Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. London time, I'm doing protein masterclass, where you're gonna learn all about how to eat your protein needs. Well, first of all, how to calculate your protein needs based on your goals, based on your body composition, based on your nutrition requirements, on your diet of choice. So how much protein you need, where to eat it from simple foods, some supplements that are needed to actually absorb and use protein effectively. You're going to learn so much, and I'm going to be answering all of your questions. If I don't have enough time to answer all of your questions on the event, during the event, I'm going to answer them after, and I'm going to send you personalized video reply to your inbox. So link to the video. The form to sign up for this free event that's going to be happening in Zoom, of course, you can find. So the form to sign up, the form to submit your questions, your protein questions, is in the show notes. Of course, if you register, if you sign up, if you submit questions, even if you don't attend the event, I'm going to send you the video recording and the answer to your questions. So use the form, sign up, attend, because you're going to get so much. We're going to practice, how to calculate your protein, how to figure out whether you're eating enough or not, what are the best foods for you to get your protein from. So we're going to be doing a lot of practical stuff on the during the class. So attend if you can. If you can't, then video and my answer is the next best thing. So use the form in the show notes and master your protein. And that's it, guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your time and attention and doing your best, inspiring the world to eat better. And till next time, guys, have an awesome weekend. Do something exciting and something active and fun. So do that and eat better daily.